Hello, welcome to Bakerstreet.coasters. It's like the 18th time doing this. So as you can see, Smiler behind me because we're at the Alton Towers Resort on the. It'd be really nice if my watch worked. Oh well. So today it is National Roller Coaster Weekend. This basically means we celebrate roller coasters. And I have to say thank you so much for getting me to 500 subscribers. It is very, very cool. We're over 500 subscribers actually. So like I said, as you can see, Smiler is behind me operating, and it is also Ladbaby that is in the park today, so shout out to Ladbaby. We are going to meet and greet them, but it's really, really cool to see that I didn't have to queue to go and see them today, which impressive actually. So yes, please remember to subscribe. I'll keep you updated for the whole entire day. Hopefully we're here. I'm not quite sure. We are on a Saturday. We normally come on a Sunday, so I'm not quite sure how busy it will be. But yeah, like I said, keep you guys updated. Smile always. So as for a Sunday, I tell you now, it is not busy. We're talking at like 9:22, 9:32, and it's not busy. So really cool to see how this day works out. Pretty sure people are at Ladbaby, but you know, it probably will. The atmosphere may increase later on, varies, but you know, it's quite quiet now. So we are off to the Smiler first though. Because that's always a good time to get on, especially at the start as well. Because we haven't done that for quite a while. We tend to miss the Smiler out because firstly it's not worth the wait half the time. But if you've got a really small queue like we do now. So we just had a ride on the Smiler and Oblivion. The Smiler was good, it was quite smooth the first half, second half, at that end, I tell you it's the most roughest ride ever. I dislike the ending of that of the Smiler for sure. Most of it's 14 inversions, good, it's got it for like 11 years, you know. I still don't respect the fact that they spent Festival of Thrills money last year on the Smiler and not the actual Smiler itself. So, you know, it's pretty concerning. So what we're doing now, Oblivion was quite good, I can't lie. That was very unique, very short, keep saying this over and over again. So one thing I do like over here is that they've got all the statistics of the world record breaking roller coaster. There's this here, world record holder for 11 years. Well, it doesn't say 11 years, but it's got 14 inversions. It's got a ride time of 165 seconds. Track length of 1,170 litres, maximum speed of 85 kilometers per hour. Now, if I'm correct, if you think 100 miles per hour is 61, let's say that's one like 42, 45, 43 miles per hour, and the highest drop is 30 metres. I'm pretty sure that is from over there. But yeah, I wouldn't say Smiler is the best during the back end of the section, but the front end and the first half is absolutely amazing. Atmosphere here doesn't seem very full at all. Like people, they're probably on rides. The highest queue time we've got is 17 minutes. Now that's pretty cool because, you know, on some days we've got some really, really high queue times. And then others like today, like Saturday, I'm pretty concerned about Saturday. They've barely got anyone. Now I'm not quite sure why that is, but you know, you've just got to make the day the best. Now another thing which I find really strange is that 13 is put on for 15 minutes. So I'm not quite sure why that is. That could be like any reason, but we definitely know that a 15-minute queue line on 13 is never ever 15 minutes. Cars on 13 are way too short, and the ride capacity and the throughput per hour is absolutely tiny compared to what the queue line actually holds. So, you know, we're just going to go on 13 now because it is my 5th favourite roller coaster in the UK. And, you know, it's very smooth, it's got some really good drops, first of its kind. And I said this yesterday in my live video. So, as you can see over here, that is the Scare Maze brought in the decks last year. Now they redid this whole attraction here because firstly it was a bit old and the wood was wearing away with it, and secondly it really did need a whole remake because it just didn't make any sense. It was like it was there, and some of the things which were in there were just rotting away, and you know, it was just all rusty. So it's really cool to see that we've actually done all that up. but all we have to do now is just put a tent over it, I think, and then, you know, we've actually got a proper scare maze. Now, like I said before, there are two new attractions coming in, and I'm pretty sure that would be in the Alton Towers dungeon, where, well, previous Alton Towers dungeon used to be, and in the depths, because I don't think at all the one behind the Curse of Alton Manor would be a scare maze. Firstly, it's too far away from the other scare mazes in the time period they give you to do it all, and secondly, do we really want one behind the Curse of Alton Manor? Not really. It gets cramped at there anyways as it does, so I'm quite curious in what they're going to do with that, because they have said and they have hinted about that area which they are constructing will be a storage and scare maze attraction, but I just hopefully think, well, I think that they will just make that whole thing storage and not make it a scare maze, because you think of getting over the other side of the park to then come back here. 2 hours is really limited time. Basically, their queue lines are so extensive and so unthemed that it just really doesn't add up to the attraction they are trying to build here. Now, it would be really, really cool to see them do this theming and this queue line with the theme around the roller coaster, because it's literally just a piece of wood. It looks like the trees behind me, if you can see, have literally been chopped down to then build these trees. Not beneficial. Hello, you alright? Don't know if you guys can hear it too, but that music is extensively loud as than normally. Now, what we do have issues with, over here, we have like a country park or something like that, basically where people can walk through, and they had issues with Rita and their track being green. So as you can see over there, oh, you can't see over there now, there is a green track over there because the locals were complaining that they could see Rita from miles away, their red track. So to get away with that, they basically just put a green track where Rita's just gone right there. Basically what they've done is to put a green track just to abide by the greenery behind, and basically nobody recognises it. But they also have noise complaints on this side, so I'm not quite sure why the music's so loud here. There's something clearly isn't right, because normally the music is quite low in this queue line. Now I don't know if that's to make up for a speaker which is broken in the Rita queue line. I don't know, but it's just really weird. And we've also done that in the car park as well. Like I told you, last time I was here, the first thing I presented you with was the new speaker, which was like blasting out, and it was like only on one side, so I'm not quite sure why that was. But if this is the way Alton Towers is moving, they're going to get a lot of legal issues. Because it's not like they've had like millions before with sound. Look at Oblivion with their Don't Look Down. They've got that removed because of the sound complaints. So, as you may can hear, but you probably can't hear, the Wicker Man is back open. So as we know this morning, the Y availability list got updated because the Wicker Man was on there and it said it currently is not open. It got removed this morning and it's back open. Now it wasn't open in the morning, like it wasn't open at 10. That's understandable, probably doing testing and stuff like that. But it's really, really good to see that this Wicker Man is back on. So we're going to check that out very, very soon. We're going to the Castle Alton Manor first. Then we will probably see a Ladbaby, and I cannot wait for that because, you know, I've got the sausage roll book in my bag. I've said this. Yeah, it's just out of this world that they're here. And Merlin underpass people. Loving the gravestones, if they were here. Yeah, it looks like the gravestones are gone, probably for repair or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, they've just gone. Literally, not even joking. They've got no tombstone. They are talking now, so that's quite good, but they're just not there. They're in spirit, you know, guys. So we are off to the Castle Alton Manor. It looks like they've chopped down some trees again. Like chopped tree chopped. They've also made a barrier, so that, yeah, they definitely have chopped down trees, as you can see there. But the smoke effects are working because before it was so overgrown, it was awful. But yeah, they've chopped down some trees like that. That tree there's chopped down. But yeah, again, I had said it before that this queue line was so overgrown like quite a few weeks ago. It is really good to see that they have done some maintenance work. I know that people have said, oh, it looks very bad with the theming and everything. It's not very good when the stinger is in the queue. That's not beneficial. But yes, always love to get back on the Castle Alton Manor, the best dark ride in the UK. Nobody can prove me wrong at all. Road, the Castle Alton Manor, and I tell you now, the whole area just before the gravestone, the outside bit in the air, it's not working. It looks like it's been shut down. And also the Trummel Tunnel is not working again. Like, I know we had issues with this in Jewel, the Haunted House Strike Back. That's one of the reasons why they got rid of it, because they were just fed up and keep fixing it over and over again. So they were like, oh, I'm not going to put money in this anymore, and they just rethemed it all. It was planned for an upgrade anyways. It's a good ride, but most of the stuff and the effects don't even work on it. like, you've only just got back the steam, because the steam wasn't working last time I was here. I did mention that. They've cut back the stuff on the queue line. The stuff, like, there wasn't the rocking horse working in the queue line, that wasn't working. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with that ride at the moment. They were all up and hyped up about it last year when it opened. I was there for the opening, and this year it just seems like they haven't done much work to it. It just looks like they haven't had the Towers loving care, which they said they'll upkeep. And that's not a good thing at all, because it's just one of those things that need to be upkept. It's a favourite dark ride. It's got to be the best dark ride in the UK. But it's only the best dark ride in the UK if it gets upkept. So, as you can hear behind me, there's the new soundtrack to Congo River Rapids. However, it's not a permanent one, I don't think. It's only there for Greg and Gloria and the Ladbaby thing, the meet and greet thing. Now, the facade of Runaway Mine Train has also been redone over here. It's named Greg the Sausage Roll Takeover Wonderland Express, so we're going to see that in a minute. But yeah, I have said to Mark himself that this soundtrack should keep in the park. Like, at least even if Alton Towers do pay for it, he is going to put that suggestion in. But it'll be very cool to see that, I can't lie. So yes, I'll keep you guys updated, and that was pretty cool. Ladbaby meet and greeting any day. So as you can see here, Greg and Gloria have taken over the Runaway Mine Train. I've made it called the Wonderland Express. Very, very good, and I love this. But yeah, you know, it's really good because they've also themed up a whole book there, themed to fun fairs and stuff like that. So it's really good, and I love how it's also marked, and I love how it's also marks and made like best ride. Those waterfalls. There you go, we've got the waterfalls over here, guys. They are back on, absolutely amazing. I love it with a passion. I'm not going in it today though, fortunately. Like I said, you can hear the Wicker Man back up and roaring, feeding the flames as always. And this is back open. Normally this wasn't open when the Wicker Man was getting redone. But like I said, really, really good to see that Wicker Man is on, and we will definitely get back on it. People are feeding the flames once again, and it also looks like the flames of the Wicker Man are back on better than ever. It is amazing to see this roller coaster back up and running after its closure due to apparently a foreign object on the track, but we'll definitely get on it later. So something that has changed this year is Scarefest. Now, as it says here, Scarefest does return. And as we know, the Alton Towers dungeon was here before, the Charging Chocolate Factory was here before. The old ride system's in there. Also going to be there is the Trick or Treat Town, but this here is actually under refurbishment for a new scare zone or scare attraction. Not quite sure what it will be. Really positive things. It looks like the facade isn't changed, so it looks like they're not going to change that facade. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep it like that. But yes, to the side there, back gate there is also lead to the back where Project Horizon's going to be. Now that didn't get delayed to like 2026. But yeah, really positive things from this year's Scarefest. The world of David Williams. Now, as we know, this is a temporary flat ride, Flavio Fandango. So does that mean when that temporary flat ride disappears, will we see the cinema be reopened and remastered? Not quite sure. And now we're going on Gangster Granny. It is a 20-minute wait apparently. Most of this stuff here used to be themed to Kyle Cuckoo Land. This queue just isn't attracting people anymore. Like, they've made it so it's like open here. I don't think this ride will be here for any longer, I can't lie. It's really not appealing to people. It's not good. And they just need something new to it. So not much construction work going on at the Sky Ride here. Well, actually, to be fair, there has been some new, there's the wires that have been up and up. Anyways, on the other hand, we have just been on Gangster Granny. Tell you now, heavily screen-based, absolutely atrocious ride. It makes, like I just said earlier, it makes the Curse of Manor look superior. That is how bad that dark ride is. Get rid of it whilst you have the chance, because you know the IP for World of David Williams, even David Williams and stuff, it's just not acting the part anymore. We need something like How Cuckoo and I'm back. So anyways, we are back in here for Dark Forest, not doing anything. We're going to get bags and then hopefully head over to the Wonderland Express, or the Runaway Mine Train, because it has been rethemed to Greg and Gloria. And then hopefully we can get on Nemesis or Galactica, because either one of them two, whichever one's quicker, we can get on, and then we are leaving, because we've also got other stuff to sort out. I have done a whole vlog, I've done a whole vlog on Alton Towers before, so you can go and check that out. I've done it multiple times actually, but the last 2 times there's so many updates around the park. But yeah, like I said, heavily screen based, don't need cardboard cutouts, but we've got them anyways on Bakerstreet on the World of David Valley and Stanton Valley. It's not good, don't like that area. The question still remains, when is Hex, the Legend of the Towers, back open? So we have had some new information. Basically, the Smiler people said that they were ready for Hex to open this year. At the start of the season, they had all the staff trained, and then the next thing you know is they kind of, the staff don't even know, I don't even know, but they kind of just shut it again. I'm not quite sure why, and then it broke apparently, so that wasn't the best. So we are fixing it all back up. They say that it shall be open this month, so September. But I highly doubt it, because we haven't seen any work done with it. We have had a video on it before though, giving sort of the updates about what's happening with the ride, with their new lighting and sounds. But I really could not see that ride opening this season at all, and if it does, it could be October. But yeah, again, that way, I'm not sure if that's even appealing, because they advertised Hex Legend Tower this year and it isn't open. It's a very big downfall for the park, especially when it has a history behind towers. So it'd be really cool to see that back open next season, and all the staff do as well, because they've even said. So we just had a ride there on Runaway Mine Train. Amazing, all the something Express, I forgot what it's called. Absolute amazing ride. I do love it. Not my fan favourite, but still got some good G-force. Yes, the Wonderland Express. That's what it's called. Thank you, Alex. But yeah, it's got some good things. Fog effects are on, but no cursor automata. That's probably something to do with what I mentioned earlier, with the whole scene just before the graveyard not being operational. It's not even working. But yeah, we've got the smoke. Not quite sure why that's on if the ride's closed. Pretty much all waste of smoke if you ask me. Maybe if they turn that off, firstly, it would stop bringing people here, and secondly, it would also reduce the cost of this smoke effect. There's still the actors outside, but hopefully it will be back open very, very soon. But yeah, Alton Manor. Well, that's nice to know, but the helicopter's not on. The propellers! Really cool to see that come back. I mean, it's probably just been switched off, like the Trummel Tunnel that's got told off. Well, as you guys can see there, Project Ocean, it looks, I can't see much of it, but it has gone vertical last time I was here, and there's more construction going on, so that's pretty cool. I'd love to see what it is. There is a high chance that it will be a top spinning tower, but yeah, we don't know. Project Ocean, there's some construction as you just saw. They've got cranes in there now. There's a crane literally right here, but yeah, that's how they get into. Now, as I've seen on the Alton Towers app, Galactico's been on and off all day, literally, not even joking. One time it's closed, next time it's open, next time it's closed, open, close, open. It's now closed, it looks like. They're assessing the delays, it says. This ride just needs a repeat completely. It just doesn't fit in the area. You've got Nemesis over there, you've got this here, it doesn't make any sense. Definitely needs something else. It's not a VR, it's not a designated VR roller coaster anymore. It is literally just air, and that doesn't make any sense into the Phalanx theming. That is it from me today. As you can hear behind me though, they've got all the speakers working instead of that just one that was just belting out music. That was awful. So yeah, that's very good to see they've got surround sound in this whole entire section of the car park. Anyways, I'm going to wrap up, so smile always, and yeah, I shall do my full review later, and thank you for joining.